makatipid yung mga tao, and we are hoping that that we can target at 50% savings on fuel and electricity. We are campaigning that with the government agencies, as well as all the encouraging also the encouraging also the private institutions. Yusek Wimpy and his team will explain that later. And then, or sila Patrick. And then we are also trying to push for more supplies to come in. Our companies are, for good news for this week, are able to confirm their orders and receive their orders actually this week and the following week. Okay, iba po dumating na this week. And and then we are closely monitoring our companies. So far, wala pa namang alarming state sa kanila. Wala pang bumaba ng 15 days. And then what we are also doing is, although this is a private industry, the government, this is a liberalized industry, we are also working on trying to keep the supply also for the government to have a buffer. So ito po yung inventory natin ngayon. This is 45 days on average for the whole country, no? But if you go on product per product, there's gasoline. We have sufficient for gasoline at 53.14 days, diesel at 45.82 days, kerosene at 97.93 days, jet fuel at 38.62 days, and fuel oil at 61.49, and LPG at 23.51. Yan po yung status natin ngayon. If everybody remembers, the President announced that we had about 55 or 57 days during the start of the conflict. But now po, hindi po na ganun pa rin yung number of days natin, kasi may nadadagdag po ng mga deliveries po galing po sa ating mga supplier countries like Korea, Japan, even China. Lahat pa naman po ng mga suppliers ng oil companies natin have delivered as ordered by our oil companies. And then, so what else are we doing? We're also, through PNOC, we're doing the procurement of additional buffer. Hindi po madali po magkumuha ng buffer because it is very expensive. At currently po, we are trying to purchase 1 million barrels, and that's good enough only for 1 week for the country. And that will likely cost us about more than 10 billion pesos already for just 1 week of supply. So we are building our buffer despite the limitations, pero our team is hard at work in trying to make sure that kahit po isa o dalawang araw yan, that's a very important addition para lang sigurado po na our country does not run dry, no? Hindi tayo maubusan ng fuel. So far po, manageable pa po yung supply natin. PNOC currently has already contracted for about 400 barrels, and this week we are negotiating for another 600 barrels. We're trying to finish that for this week. You know? So, and on the supply, ayun po yung ginagawa namin, and then hopefully we can also appeal to the public na and our industries na wala pong profiteering and hoarding, because that will really affect the supply of the entire country. Not only the gas stations, pero yun po yung mga nangangailangan, they will be affected also, the industries po and the households. So so far in price po, due to the oil deregulation law, we have been coordinating with the oil companies, and we've been participating also. But Yusek Wimpy is the one in charge in making sure that there is no abuse on the part of the gas station. So yun po, multi-agency po yung involved dyan. So I'll first off, before we go on the questions and answers, and ang isa pala sa supply, why we have been successful also in our supply, there has been close coordination with the Department of Foreign Affairs and PNOC, DOE, even DTI, in order to make sure na to coordinate with our supplier countries. We are doing G2G dialogues to ensure that the supplies come in, and that has been successful also. So we're quite thankful that our efforts in conducting South Korea, India, even China, and Japan also has been quite successful kasi steady pa naman yung mga supply natin. So for that, I'll first turn over the reports muna with Wimpy. You want to go first?
Yes, Sec. You were here in the Senate. We're starting in 9:30. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Madam Secretary. Good morning to our DOE colleagues and sa ating mga kapatid dito sa media. First of all, no, thank you very much to our media brothers and sisters and the networks, because when we were able to go around and show the presence of government and how to on how to address the situation, you were there. And the objective really is how to make sure yung supply natin ay umaabot sa lahat ng gasolinahan, at yung mga gasolinahan naman ay patas yung
Wimpy, na-mute ka, Wimpy.
So yun nga, ngayon nakakalungkot na merong mga report, no, from the other agencies na katuwang natin tulad ng Philippine National Police, that they observed that there were around 400, no, na mga gasolinahan na nagsara. And this is suspected na magkaroon ng hoarding. And yun nga, pinapatingnan po natin sa Oil Industry Management Bureau para makita kung ano yung rason kung bakit nila sinara ang kanilang pagtinda. Kasama rin po natin yung mga local government units, yung ating local chief executives na nagbuo ng kanilang mga price monitoring teams. Hindi lamang tumitingin sa produktong petrolyo kundi sa iba't iba pang mga bilihin. So, yun nga po, ang coordination natin ay patuloy. Meron tayong mga ginagamit na mga batas para masiguro na masunod natin yung anti-hoarding and anti-profiteering na kampanya ng ating Pangulo at ng ating Secretary. Ito po yung paggamit ng Certificate of Compliance, whether or not sumusunod yung ating mga gasolinahan dito sa mga kondisyones na inilagay at pinataw na responsibilidad sa kanilang pagtitinda. Pangalawa po, sa ating mga local government units, yung kanilang mga business permit. Meron naman po tayong mga ginagamit pang batas tulad ng sa trade and industry, at saka sa Department of Energy Batas Pambansa 33 as amended by PD 1865. At uli po, yung mga containers po natin ay dapat safe. Meron po tayong pagbibigay ng prioridad sa mga mas nangangailangan, at hindi pa naman tayo umaabot doon kasi maganda nga po, congratulations sa ating mga oil companies at sa PNOC, no, dahil patuloy naghahanap ng supply. At maganda po yata yung tulog ni Director Rino Abad this weekend, no? Dahil pinakitang numbers ni Secretary ay talagang times 3, ay yung iba times 4 pa sa required ng 15 days. So, ito po yung sinasabi ng Department of Energy. We are here. The objective is not to close the gasoline stations, but in fact, ang objective po natin, maging katuwang ang ating mga gasolinahan. Bukas ito, making the petroleum products available on the ground in every corner, at patas po ang kanilang pag-ooperate para masiguro natin na patuloy po ang availability ng ating mga produkto. That's all for my end, Madam Secretary. The details on the enforcement will be given by the OIMB as regards the eGov PH reports, and then ano yung mga status nito, and sino yung mga dadagdagan ng show cause orders, sino yung mga for inspection, and the other actions including but not limited to filing of administrative or criminal cases. Thank you, Madam Secretary.
Thank you. Are there any other reports from the team?
Rino?
Volunteer na kayo. I think we've reported Rino's part also. Are you okay? Yeah.
Okay. Secretary. Ma'am, we'll wait for the Q&A.
Okay.
No more to add on our.
Thank you. Thank you, Rino. And on the part of Patrick, are you here or wala siya?
Yes, good morning,
Go ahead.
Sec. Just to provide updates po dun sa mga kasamahan natin sa pamahalaan, marami pong salamat sa pagtalima sa naging direktiba po ng ating mahal na Pangulo sa ating MC 114. Base po sa nagawa na nating mga energy audits nationwide, umabot na po tayo sa mahigit 400 ahensya ang nating nabisita at na energy spot check. Ang average po na rating ng ating mga ahensya ay nasa 87%. At ang lumalabas po dito ang pinaka-epektibo na kagaya po nung minumungkahi ng ating mahal na kalihim, si Secretary, yung atin pong ginawang pag-work from home at yung compressed work week. Dito lang po sa DOE, magmula po nung pinaigting namin yung ating work from home, naobserbahan na po namin ang decrease sa ating electricity consumption, umabot na po ng mahigit 40%, 40%. Kaya po dun sa ating mga kababayan, sa ating po mga negosyo, kung nais po talaga nilang makabawas sa ating pagkonsumo, malaki pong bagay yung pag-switch po natin sa work from home at yung compressed work week. At kung mamarapatin lang, Sec, aanyayahan ko po ang ating mga nakikinig at nanonood. Sa Sabado po ay Earth Hour. Inaanyayahan po namin kayong mag-participate. Isang oras po ito, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Kung babalikan po natin, nung taong 2025, umabot po sa 161.98 megawatts ang natipid ng ating bansa. Ang ginagawa po natin sa Earth Hour ay nagpapatay po tayo ng ilaw para sa isang oras. At nakikita po lang yun, halimbawa lang yun, sa pagpatay lang po ng ating ilaw, ang laking tulong na po yun, bumababa ang ating demand. Kaya kagaya po ng paalala ni Secretary, kayang-kaya po nating pagtulungan ito, maiibsan natin yung ating demand, i-practice po natin ng energy efficiency, ang fuel efficiency, pasadahan po natin yung ating mga air conditioners, iset lang po sa 24 degrees Celsius, linisin po yung aircon filter, linisin po yung ating electric fan, bunutin ng mga hindi ginagamit na appliances, at para dun sa ating mga fuel efficiency tips, available po ito sa ating DOE website. Pero ang unang-una talaga, i-check po natin ang gulong, hinay-hinay po sa pagmamaneho. Over to you, Sec.
Thank you, Patrick. Now, before the question and answer portion, again, we are the first directive of the President for DOE is to make sure we have supply, and we are working hard on both sides, making sure that there is fuel in the country, and then at the same time, how do we make sure that we can conserve on it, because this problem can last 1 week or 6 months or 1 year. It's not very predictable as of today. So ang supply po sufficient siya, but if our behavior is still the same as before, kasi po how we calculate the 45 days or the 50 days or the how many days ang natitira is based on how much we have, and then we divide that on the historical consumption natin. So kung tataas po yan, iigsi po yung number of days natin. Kung steady lang siya, 45 days yan. Pero pag mag-conserve tayo or magtipid tayo sa konsumo natin sa gasolina, sa diesel at electricity, then the 45 days can even be 60 days. Kaya po kailangan po tulong-tulong po tayo sa buong bansa para po to make sure that our country is safe, that we have sufficient fuel, that pwede po tayo can go day-to-day in our day-to-day lives para po we make sure that our country can surpass this temporary crisis caused by the Middle East. So, yun po.